Hi there. I just want to apologize in advance for my voice. It's gone, but I'm going to try to power through for this presentation. The disruptive technology that I've chosen is the internal combustion engine. So, where it all started. So, before the internal combustion engine, there was the steam engine, but these engines were enormous and extremely inefficient. They took up so much space, they were so heavy, and they just were worth more work than they put out. The creator of the steam engine was Richard Trevithick. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Um, but he had taken a previous version of the steam engine and really modified it to be 10 times better and 10 times more efficient than it was before. But there was still way more that could be done. And there was just a lot of improvements that could still be made. So all across the world, inventors were trying to figure out how to remove the boiler from the steam engine because that would cause a lot more efficiency and it would be able to condense the engine. So a little while after, in 1876, Nicholas Otto did just this. He had to wait for chemical engineers to discover how to distill fuels from oil, including kerosene, diesel, and petrol. And this took a little while. That's why it took him a little bit longer to create the the engine. Oh, sorry. And once he accomplished this, the internal combustion could finally come to life. And this is just a picture of Nicholas Otto. And this is just a picture of the internal combustion engine. And yeah, I just thought it was cool. So, what went into this creation? Nicholas Otto took the idea of a steam engine in order to create his more efficient version. He figured out in his four-stroke engine that by mixing fuel and air, it would create an explosion that physically moved the piston. The reason that this took so long is because they could not use coal to fuel the engine, so they had to use petrol, which I explained previously. And then this is just a little GIF I found of the four-stroke engine, and I thought it was really cool how it just shows all the steps. The disruption. So the disruption of this technology was monumental, and this invention would eventually lead to the creation of the car, among other things. And this model of an invention is what most operating transportation still use to this day and what they're based off of. And this was a groundbreaking discovery for the time because of how efficient it was. After this invention, the steam engine would be almost non-existent. I mean, I'm sure it trickled off there for some years, but it would eventually be completely taken over by the internal combustion engine. And then this photo up top is a photo of an internal combustion engine on a plane, on an airplane, an old school airplane. And then this is one of the first automobiles. It's the Benz model that I will talk about a little bit in a second. So, how it changed the world. The internal combustion engine made it possible for future inventions such as the car and airplane. And this invention also helped take over the job of men who worked hard manual labor that the steam engine required. This invention helped to revolutionize the way the world transported and is still the same type of engine that we use today. With this invention as well, since it was able to power cars, airplanes, and ships and more, it led to an exchange of people and goods throughout the world. And with all this being said, I think that's why it is, like, in my opinion, the most important disruptive technology that I looked at this week. And honestly, it was really hard for me to like narrow it down because all of them are just so impactful and have had so much effect on how the world is today. But I just feel like without transportation and without transportation being created so long ago, like there would have been there wouldn't have been any progress in the world, and it just gave people so many new opportunities to travel across countries and move, and it didn't take months anymore to get from place to place. And I just think that it was such a groundbreaking discovery for the time, and the steam engine started it, and then the internal combustion engine just even furthered that research, and it was just a superseder in all aspects. So yeah, thank you.